Hey everybody, my name is Pantera Simpson and I'm going to be demonstrating how to add and subtract using base 10 blocks. So base 10 just means that we are working in base 10, and all that means is that when you reach 10, either in the 1 space, the 10 space, or the 100 space, once you reach 10, you have to regroup. This is going to be the 1 space, this is going to be the 10 space, and these are the 100 space. This is a unit and it represents 1. This is going to be a long and it represents 10. So regroup means when you get to 10 units or 10 ones, we have to regroup. So if you have 10 of these, you are just going to add 1 more long to your 10 space. And the same thing goes for the flats. This is a flat, or the 100 space. So when you get 10 of these, 10 longs, you're just going to add 1 more flat. All right, let's go to the first problem. The first problem is going to be an addition problem, and it is 58 plus 43. So to start this problem, we have to look at the first number. The first number is 58. Well, what does 58 mean? 58 means you have 8 ones and 5 tens. So the way that we represent that is we're going to take our place value mat, and we are going to take our units or our ones, and we're going to add 8 to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this represents 8 ones, 8 ones. Next we move on to tens, and we see here we have 5 tens, or 50 is what the number is representing. So we take our longs, which represent 10 each, and we just add 5. All right, so since we don't have anything in the 100 space, we just have 50 and 8. This is all we have to do for that first step, 5 and 8. And since we're adding, we're just going to add more blocks to this place value mat. And then you look at your second number, and we have 43. That represents 40 tens and 3 ones. So all you have to do is just add 3 more ones to the 1 space to represent this 3. And you have to add 4 more tens to this 10 space to represent 40. So we look at our total, and we start out by counting in the 1 space to get our answer. So what we do is we just count 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So since we have more than 10, we have to regroup. We have 10 or more, we have to regroup. So we just grab all of these but 1, since there was 11, take those away, and we will grab 1 more long, and we'll add it to our 10 space, and that is how you regroup. And then we keep counting. We have to move on to the 10 space is next. Since we only have 1 here, we don't have to do anything left with that. We just leave it. We start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10 longs. That means we have to regroup since we are working in base 10. All that means when we regroup tens is that we grab a flat, we get rid of those tens or the longs, and we put the flat in the 100 space. So this represents 100. Since we had 10 tens, that equals 100. And so we just put it over here. So that's all we have to do for this first equation, 58 plus 43. You count your blocks, you see what you have left. And you start from left to right. We have 100 and 1 because we only have 1 flat and 1 unit. So the answer is going to be 101. Okay, the next one we're going to do is subtraction. Regrouping and subtraction is a little bit different, but I will talk you through it. So just like addition, we start with the first number, and we like to start in the 1 space just to go from right to left to make everything a little bit easier. We start with 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got the 1 space taken care of. That's 5 ones. We have 2 tens, which represents 20. So we just grab 2 longs. This is 20 units, and we put them in the 10 space. All right, since we have that, we go to the hundreds, and we have 300. So that means we need to put 3 flats in the 100 space. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're subtracting, which means we're going to take away units instead of adding them. We start at the 1 space, 5 take away 7. Well, we can't take away 7 from the 1 space because we only have 5 blocks, and 7 is more than 5. So what do? We have to regroup. We take 10 tens away from the 10 space, and we put that to the side, and we'll just add 10 units to the 1 space. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we have 15 units because we took away 10 and we added that to our 5 that we already had, and that equals 10. So now we have 15 ones, and we're going to take away 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put those to the side, leave them over there. We don't need those anymore because we're taking away. Next, we move to the 10 space. 2 minus 9, or 10, or 1 minus 9, because we regrouped. So we only have 1 left, and they want us to take away 9 longs from this 1 long. Well, we don't have 9 longs, we only have 1. So that means we have to regroup again. So since there's 10 longs in each flat, we have to take away 1 of these flats, push it to the side, and we grab 10 longs, and we put those next to our lonely friend in the 10 space, and we add them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have 11 because we already had 1 and we added 10, took away 10 from here, we added 10 to here. So that means we have 11 longs in the 10 space, and it wants us to take away 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to grab these, we're going to put them to the side. We don't need those anymore because we're taking away. Next step, we go to the 100 space. So since we regrouped, we only have 2 hundreds left. We took away 10 of these hundreds, put them in the 10 space. Now we only have 2 left. And it wants us to take away 1. So we just take 1 of these. Since we have enough to take away, we don't have to regroup or anything. So we just push that to the side. We don't need that anymore. And that's our last place value that we have to do. We have 1s, 10s, and 100s. We took care of those. So we just have to see how many blocks we have left, just like we did with addition. We just have to count what's left over. So let's start from left to right. We have 100, 2 10s, which equals 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1s. And that is all we have to do. We just counted, we took away, and our answer is 128. So 325 minus 197 equals 128.